morning, Jules here, Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So again, we're back to smooshing, another one. So this is with watercolour paints, and I'm using Stedler Aquafine, no, the Dale Arowney paints. So I've got I'm doing the purple first. So it's like a cerise, and again, just as we did before. Now I've got a couple of pages because what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to make a tag journal. So I'm going to cut these pages into the shapes of tags and make a journal. Now this is a different colour, and I'm using all kind of pinks at the moment, purples and pinks. So I've just wet my palette. You can see you get more of an intense coverage with watercolour paints. I mean, I'm using Dale Arowney. You can use kids' watercolour paints. It's fine. Anything goes. I'm running out of space to put these. And if your paint starts to dry up on your mat, just spray it with water. It's fine. And we'll try a different one. I've got water here as well. Use this one. This one's rose. So it's got a bit of orange in it, but a bit of orange in it. And I think we'll try a bit of blue. This is ultramarine blue, and yeah, I'm mixing it with the purples that's already there. And I've got some yellow pages here. I'm just going to see what these look like. Good. And we'll try this one again, the purple. Quite like this one. Just adding a bit of water. And on the silicone mat, you can see how it just disperses a little bit. So put a little bit of this blue in. You get some interesting colours. Again. And again, you can see your mats are just, it's watercolour paints, it will react, it's watercolour paint, so the water will reactivate it again, so but it does get weaker. Obviously you've taken some of the intense colour out of it. And again, just mop it up with your All right, so I will come back to you when these are dry, so I'll see you in a bit. And I'm back, so you can see it does dry lighter, and on the yellowy old pages, the patinaed pages, it's quite nice. Again, that's pretty, and that's pretty, and the pinks are quite pale. It's purple. Again, there's little bits of purple in that. So we'll do some brighter colours, I think. I'm going to use some okay, so again, some of the colours quite intense. There is some faint ones. And I quite like the way it's looking on these yellow pages, but I think it needs some other kind of colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pop of green on. Okay, so that's our smooshing with watercolour paints. Now normally at home what I would do is I'd put some gesso over just to soften the book page. You can put the gesso on first. The only gesso I've got here with me at the moment is gritty stuff, and I don't really want to use antique gesso. I'm just wondering if this one, but this is a bit gritty as well. This is rusty patina. I have got some white acrylic paint that you can use. Makes a good, it's not as good as gesso. It doesn't protect your paper. You can put gesso on paper that's very, very porous, and it'll protect it, and it won't damage the paper or what's underneath it when you put more paint over the top. So that's, you know, that's the sort of like the gesso bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some, so I've got some of that there, and we'll have a look at this. It is a bit gritty. And it's a bit creamy, which I like. So we'll play with this. And this is the Cadence Rusty Patina. So, and it's my fingers I'm spreading it on with. Try a bit of the paint. And it does dry, so you can see it. You can use a one of these scooters, credit card type thing, coffee card. So we'll leave that one to dry, and I'll take a bit of this again and some And all I've got is I've got a tiny bit like that, and I'm just, because the rusty patina's got grit in it, that's what you can hear. So it'll have a strange texture, which is fine. And you'll still be able to see all the colours, but there'll be more in the background, which is good. I'm going to just try. I know you're probably thinking, why do it and then cover it up, but it just gives it that, a nice effect, because it puts some of the pattern and colours and that in the background and leaves some to the front. So and it's amazing the effects you can actually get from this. Okay, so I'm going to use the so I'm scraping it on, then I'm scraping the grit away, a bit of paint on. There we are. And we'll do it with this one. We'll get some more white. And again, this is just white acrylic paint. And I'm just taking most of that picture in the middle out, so, and then it'll look totally different once it's dry again. Okay. So you're kind of scraping it on and scraping it up again. Because the colour down here is quite intense. It's not covering it up totally, but it is muting it a little bit. And I will just pick that up and I'll put it in the bin. You can't put it back in. See, these coffee cards come in handy for a lot of things. If you're using an old credit card, make sure that you cover your numbers up. It's not only crafters that watch your YouTube. If you're doing YouTubes, your YouTubes are open to the public, so Just make sure there's no personal details on your card. Right, and I'm just going to dry this off, so I'll see you in a bit. Right, I'm back. I thought I'd videoed this part, but I haven't. So what I've done is I've got some gold, bronze and rose gold watercolour paint. So all I'm doing on this one is I'm just popping some of these colours on and then putting the pages on. This is the gold, and this is the copper, and then what I'm doing is I'm letting it run down. And then what I'm doing is I'm just dipping and getting like little veins of gold and bronze onto my pages. And you can see, I mean, if you've got, you know, the mica sprays, I've got some at home and I use them quite often, but I don't have anything here like that, so I'm using a little bit of, this is meant to be rose gold, and a little bit of gold, a bit more. And then I'm just soaking the page, because it's got acrylic paint and stuff on. It will protect it for so long, but it's just the one page I'm using. And we're going to use get some on you. I can see it shimmering. It's lovely. And then we'll put this last one on. And there we are, we've got a bit of a weird bit there. That's got rid of that. And again, I'll come back to you when it's all dry, and we should be able to see the gold. So I'll see you in a bit. And here we are. So don't know whether you can, there you can see sort of like some of the, now what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to back them onto book pages to make them a little bit stiffer, and then cut them into tags, and then we're going to make a tag journal. So I will do a couple, and then I'll just go off. Right, I'm using this big book. These pages are too brittle to use as anything, so what I do is I usually use them to back. You can see where it's all scratched. So we will just be using these to back, so I'll do ever so many, several, and that'll thicken the pages up. and I'm just using my, and I will stitch round, well, I think I might stitch round, I'm not sure yet. And this is just a Dutch book. It's not a new one, it's early 1900s. It never left the printers, I don't think. So there we've got that one. And these will be ideal for journaling on. So you can see it just 1908 the book was done. So it is early 1900s. And we'll just it's just too porous and too delicate. It just won't, you just can't do anything with it. So we're just going to use it for thickening up pages. And let me get some more. Look, it hasn't even been read because they're still attached at the top. And we'll put that clear bit, blank bit on there because it's quite nice. I think it's a geology book. What I usually do is when I get a foreign book, I take a photograph of the title and then put it in Google and just translate to see what it's about. And it's a geology book. So whoever had the book didn't use it. One on that one. I'm quite liking these pages. They'll make pretty tags. Because what I want is I want the pages of the journal shaped like tags. Oh, sugar. So I've managed to get hold of some Netherlands books, some German, some Russian, some Greek. So I've done quite well. So I will, a lot of them I'm leaving here. This one I'll leave here. I'm getting to leave a box of my crafting things for next year. Like my trimmer and my die cutter and that, because I've got all them at home, and I did buy them just specifically for crafting and doing my YouTube while I'm away. It's quite nice thick paper, this as well, so it can be gessoed over and painted on and stamped on and things. So and then our last one, oh, it's another one that's joined at the top. That's one good thing about this glue stick. Oops. See, when you take it out. There we are. Put it back in. Scoop it up. I'll probably have bits of grit in now, that glue stick. And we'll put that over there. Yeah, but as I was saying, it's a good, I know it's huge, people laugh at it, but it covers a lot, a big space in a quick time. And it's good glue stick. I got it from B&M's. It's a cheapy shop in the UK, a bit like the Dollar Tree. It's in the kids section. But if it does its job, I'm quite happy with it. And then we'll just so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let them dry a little bit, and then I'm going to cut them in tag shapes, and I will give you the measurements when I come back. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, so that's me, I'm back. So what I did was I stuck them down, dried them and cut them into tags, and I've also stitched around them. So what I want to do is, these are going to be the pages in my journal. So I'm going to stick those two together, but leave a space so we've got a pocket there. That's a page. That's a page. That's a page. And then we've got two together there, and that's a page. and that's a page. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. It goes that way. And then we'll make a front and a back. So we'll leave that today and we will come back to that. So I hope you get something out of that, and I hope you're going to craft along with me, so you've got time to make your tags using paint, anything. You can use digital paper, it doesn't matter. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.